Hey everybody, ready for another adventure with Arizona State Fair Kids. Let's go! Today, we're chatting with Ava, who's with the Arizona Milk Producers. She's gonna tell us all about how milk and all the yummy stuff is made from it.
Oh hey, I'm Ava, your kid correspondent for the Arizona State Fair. And today we are at the United Dairymen of Arizona in Tempe. And now we're gonna go learn about some milk. Let's go! There's so much science that goes into milk processing. I never knew. What is the milk tested for?
The milk is tested for antibiotics, acid, fat, protein, and bacteria.
So the milk is really safe?
It's definitely very safe. Even though all the precautions are taken at the farm and transport level, we want to double and triple check just to be sure.
How many times is the milk tested?
Every load of milk that comes in gets tested.
So what is done in production? Is it made into different products?
Yes, once we verify the safety and content, the milk is made into a bunch of different products, including powder, butter, cheese, and at other locations, yogurt, sour cream, ice cream, and other products.
Ice cream is my favorite. What is the milk powder for?
Milk powder can be used for a bunch of different things. Most of the time, it's made for milk protein powders and snack mixes.
Wow, the more you know. A lot of people rely on dairy products that we didn't even know existed.
Yes, it's definitely packed with nutrition and supports communities all around.
We got more fun coming up next. Got a question or idea? Drop it in the comments.
Happy birthday, Arizona State! So there's a lot of different dairy products made. So what do you make here?
Here we make milk powder, butter, and cheese at this location.
Cool, so the lab-side milk is used for lots of different things, but how does milk go from liquid to powder?
So when the milk's brought in here, we'll first separate it to remove the fat from the milk, and then that skim milk is run through a large evaporation and drying process where we'll boil the milk, remove the water, and then we will dry it at a high temperature and a high pressure to create the powder.
How long does all of that take?
It could take anywhere from 1 to 4 hours from the time the tanker arrives to when it's actually powdered out the back door.
What about cheese? How does milk go from liquid to cheese?
The milk is placed in a large vat or container where we'll add starter cultures, which are friendly bacteria, and coagulants to turn the milk into almost a jelly. That jelly is then cut. We drain the whey, which is the liquid, leaving just the curds. Form the curds into blocks, cut them using a mill to the uniform pieces that you see in the bag of cheese at the store.
Is that just for one type of cheese?
No, different cheeses have different methods of processing and curing and aging depending on the type of cheese.
Wow, I love cheese. What type of flavors do you make here?
So we have a white cheddar curd, which is a non-aged cheddar with flavor inclusions of garlic and black pepper, jalapeno, or garlic and dill.
That's a lot of cheese. What's the difference between block and curd cheese?
So all cheese starts out in curd form initially, and to form it into the block, we'll put it into a large press and squeeze it together to turn it into the block.
Cheese really does make the world go around.
It sure does.
And that's how you make milk. That's not milk. There we go. Much better. And now we're here to learn about transportation. I'm here with Gabe, the Director of Transportation. So how much milk do milk trucks hold?
We have two types of milk trucks. We have one that is 6,500 gallons, 50,000 pounds equivalent, or we have a super tanker, which is 9,500 gallons or 75,000 pounds of milk.
So how much milk is brought in each day?
Depends on the temperature. Cows don't like hot weather, so right now we're bringing in anywhere between 9 to 10 million pounds a day. But during January, February, March, when the weather's really great here in Phoenix, we can see upwards of 13 million pounds per day.
That's good. So if the milk is inside those tankers, how do you keep them clean?
Yeah, so every 3 days, the drivers are required to wash their tanker when they're done unloading, the receiver will hook up a 4-inch hose of hot water anywhere between 180 and 200 degrees, and it flushes out all the excess milk that's been in there for the past 3 days.
Well, nice and clean.
Yeah, indeed, that's what we need for our customers.
So you keep the milk super cold, right?
Yeah, we have to. We want the best possible product going to our customers, and so we try to keep it between 39 and 41 degrees. And sometimes when it gets too hot, we have to have the lab do an extra test. So between 41, 45 degrees, it gets that extra test to make sure it's not gonna hurt anybody when it goes into the store. And then once it passes 45 degrees, it's not fit for human consumption, and we give it to our baby cows.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing with me about your trucks.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ava. That was so awesome. Now I know where all my favorite milk treats come from. So cool. We'll see you in the next episode. Hope you had fun. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.